Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the new Stairmaster. That's right everybody, it's back. Anyways, if you're thinking of picking one of these up, we do have affiliate links down in the description below for this and every other product mentioned in the review. And if you're going to your local shop, go in, slap them a high five and say we sent ya. This board features Spring Break's Resort V1 camber profile, which is camber into a small flat section right before the contact points. Basically, traditional camber. So what you're gonna get is all the load, pop, snap, and drive out of this board. This board's available in 152, 154, 156, 158, 156 wide, and 158 wide. I rode this board on a mostly sunny bluebird days. There was some high cloud cover up there, but you had warmer temps, you had soft perfect hero snow, chop, chunder, a little bit of ice in the shade, basically just great conditions for riding this. And I used my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. Here's the thing, it's not a full-blown jib noodle, but it's not quite middle of the road. It sits somewhere in that realm between those two, and it's a true twin, so you're gonna have an obvious flex pattern with this. Softer in the tips, progressively stiffening up underfoot. Now for this being built by Capita, it actually has some girth to it. They're kind of known for having thinner cores. This actually has some girth to it, which is nice. You do have these sweet little flex points right where the flat section is in the nose and the tail that you can press into it. And the torsional flex, it's kind of muted, like you engage it, it's not snappy with how it rebounds back. It's predictable, but it's slightly delayed. When it comes to stability, for what this is, it's stable. All right, you're not gonna get crazy amounts of flap in the tips with it resonating back underfoot unless you're on super firm, bulletproof boilerplate. If you know what that is, you're probably from the East Coast. Now, you get into rutted out terrain, it flexes enough to stay on top of it so you're not getting bucked around that much. It kind of just cuts through everything. For what it was, it actually felt more stable than the old Stairmaster, but I haven't ridden one of those in like 10 years, so my memory could be a little fuzzy on that. Has it been 10 years? Might be 15. I don't even know. When was the last time they made this? Anyways, it just felt more stable than like one of those weird jib sticks that's between full-blown noodle and middle of the road. Here's the thing about this board. It feels like a board from 2010. It's camber. I don't care about that little flat section in there. It doesn't really affect it that much to the point that most people would notice it. You load it up like traditional camber, it rebounds like traditional camber. It's consistent. It feels like a board you've ridden 100 days. Now, does it have enough pop to boost you to the moon? No, you're gonna end up having to suck your knees up if you're trying to ollie over a really high slow sign or a fence or something. But hitting a roller or a side hit, you're gonna be able to boost. Now when it comes to jumps, small and medium are really where it's gonna be fine with. If you wanna go to the big line, you just need to know what the hell you're doing, because some of you don't know what you're doing, and I see you getting carted off the hill in the shame train. Don't be that guy. But it's one of those decks that, going back to that consistency, it feels like something you've ridden 100 days when you're going off the lip. Like you can just hit it, pop, you're in the air, you land, you don't have to worry about it. You can aggressively load it up. You might get a little more height and a little more distance, but it's not much. More so you want the lip doing the work for you with this. We're about halfway through this review. Go down and give it a thumbs up if you're all about nostalgia and you want a nostalgic vibed board. You know you want to do it. If you haven't already, subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the programming we've got coming out for you. It's the Stairmaster. This is what this board is designed for. And you've got that flat section in the nose and the tail. And what that does is it creates a sweet spot where you really want to press into. And when you do, you feel it lock in, and then that camber gives you a little bit of snap out of it so you can swizzle and sizzle. Now, one of the things that I thought was cool, and this reminded me of the old Stairmaster when I rode it, was that when you would line up like a cab spin, right? You'd come in, you could feel that contact point hook, and then it would flick you around to get like a cab 5 flatland. I'm getting old. It was more like a 450, I'll be honest with you. It looked like shit. But it still gripped the same way and spun you out that, which was really cool to see that throwback. So if you want to butter with this thing, go for it, swizzle and sizzle. Just understand that it is camber. There's going to be a little bit of fight. Now, when it comes to jibbing, I did not master any stairs. I did not harness my inner Corey Smith from Circa Love Hate at all. There was no fatty to flatty in the park. But some steel was slid, and this thing locks into presses, it holds to the end of the feature, and it pops out, whether you're on your nose or your tail. You go sideways, there is enough give for it to cradle around, but it doesn't clap out. Even if you come down from the top rope or you got a bunch of weight, it shouldn't destroy itself right away. Over time, I mean, it's gonna happen, probably. One of you is gonna clap this out, or at least some young kid that watches this review. Good for you. But by and large, it's a jib stick. This is what it's made for. It's a jib stick with snap, and it still retains that similar to what the old Stairmaster was. It's a park board through and through. Like, let's be real with each other here. So you're gonna be doing park carves where you're just kind of carving around the feature or someone that gets in your way. Short, tight, quick ones and medium, mellow ones are really where it stands out. If you go to really lay this over and drive a hard carve, going back to that jibbing and buttering, you're gonna feel that contact point. It's a little more elongated with that flat section. It may be hooky, especially if you're torsionally flexing this board. Some of you are gonna hook and die. Don't do that. You've been warned. Tone it down a notch or two if you're getting a little too gnarly for your own good with your carves. Otherwise, you know, you wanna go in the park, carve around some features, fine. You're on the run, someone gets in your way, fine. You just wanna go swoop and be mellow, fine. Rider in mind. This board is for the throwback spring break enthusiasts that just want a cambered twin. Like what we're doing over here? Want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. It's wild to me that this board still has that grip at the contact points like the original one had. To be able to go in and do a cab spin and feel it engage the exact same way from 15 plus years ago, it's wild to me. This is a board for buttering, sliding steel, playing around, and for someone that understands that, hey, sometimes you need that little edge catch to get extra torque as it digs in. It's a good throwback cambered twin board. Like, I had fun on this. I spent the day ollieing over slow signs and fences and just doing a bunch of bullshit with it. It was good. It's just a good old school throwback. I can't just explain it. Like, if you've ridden the old one and you've been looking for that, this might be something to consider. Comparable boards: the Rome Artifact, the Salomon Sleepwalker, the Yes Shifter XTRM. Binding recommendations: the Union Force, the Rome 390 Boss Asim Wrap, the Salomon District Team Pro. This has been my review of the new Stairmaster XTRM. Kind of lives up to the old Stairmaster XTRM. Unfortunately, don't have any reviews of that board on this channel because the last time I wrote it, we were still doing written content on the website. Anyways, if you're not feeling it, go watch another video.